Hi friends, welcome to Mega Technical Hub. In the early sessions, I had discussed about the bearing types and its application and what is the purpose of the bearing. Also, we discussed about the type of bearing clearances used in the industry. In today's session, we discuss about the bearing designation, how you can describe the bearing based on its number. Always the bearing designation follows the ISO system. For any industry, if you purchase the bearing, we need to understand clearly about the bearing number and its designation to suit our application. For any bearing description, there is always prefix followed by the bearing designation, and there is a suffix after this bearing designation. Today we will discuss about the topic of bearing designation. Regarding prefix and suffix, we will discuss in the later sessions. Next, come to the bearing designation. Always bearing number is mentioned on the outer edge of the bearing at the side face. Here it is mentioned bearing number as 22311. Bearing number sometimes it contains 5 digits and some application it is 4 digits. If you consider the 5 digits, the first digit it represents the bearing type, second digit represents the width series, third digit represents the diameter series. By combining the width series and diameter series, we call it as a dimension series. And the last two digits represents the inner diameter of the bearing. In case of 4 digits, for example 6236, then first digit represents the bearing type. Here second digit, that is width series, is omitted, and 2 is the diameter series, and last two digits represents the internal diameter of the bearing. Next, come to the bearing designation first digit. First digit generally it contains either the numerical numbers like 0 to 8, or it sometimes for some application it contains the letter like N, NU, NUP, carbidal bearing, like that. If it is consider the numerical number, for example 0 in its first place, then it represents the double row angular contact ball bearing. Suppose it represents 1, then it is a self-aligning ball bearing. 2 means spherical roller bearings in case of 5 digits. In case of 4 digits, the 2 represents the spherical roller thrust bearing. In case of 3, it is a taper roller bearings. 4, it is double row deep groove ball bearings. If it is 5, then it is thrust ball bearing. 6 is single row deep groove ball bearing. 7, again it is single row angular contact ball bearing. 8 is the cylindrical roller thrust bearing. These are the some of the pictures which represents the bearing type. For example, this represents the double row angular contact ball bearing denoted by 0. Second is here 1 means self-annealing ball bearing. Like here, if you consider this one, 4 is double row deep groove ball bearing. Again here 2. In case of 5 digit number, 2 represents the spherical roller bearing. In case of 4 digits, then it represents the spherical roller thrust bearing. So based on the 4 digit and 5 digit, again the type also changes. Yeah, I already explained in the earlier slide, the first digit for some application it is denoted by the some letter like here N. N represents the cylindrical roller bearings. In N, it has different combinations. Some of the major application we have in the industry, it is NU, NJ, NUP and N. If you consider NU cylindrical bearing, it has the ribs at the outer race and it holds the roller and the cage, and inner race is plane. In this case, inner race is separable. It can take only the radial load. It cannot take the axial load because it has plane inner race. In case of NJ, is the outer race there is a ribs here, but in case of inner race there is a step here. It is a integral part of the this inner race. Because of this step, it can also take the axial load in one direction along with the radial load. In case of NUP, it has one side, inner race has one side the step, and the other side there is a separate washer here. So in this case, it has both integral flange at one end and the washer at the other end. It can take the axial load in the both the directions, also along with the radial load. In case of N bearing, it has a separable outer race, means outer race is plane, inner is having ribs. It holds the rollers and the cage. Based on different applications, we use different types of models. Similarly, the NA, NK are the needle roller bearings. QJ means 4-point contact ball bearing. C is the toroidal roller bearings. Next, come to the second and third digit. Second digit already explained here earlier, that is a width series, and third digit is a diameter series. And combining both width series and diameter series, we call it as a dimension series. In case of width series, it contains the digit like 8, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, just refer the arrow. When along the arrow direction, it ranges from thin section to the heavy section. For example, 8 is the very thin series, 01 is the extra light series, 2 is the medium series, 3 is the heavy load series. Similarly, in case of diameter series, the third digit, also as per the arrow, it varies from the thinner to heavier section. It consists of 7, 8, 9, 0, 1 to 5. Here, how the dimension series varies according to the diameter and the width series. For example, 8, it is a thin series, means the width is lower. 0 is width, again it is higher. If you consider the 2, again the width of the bearing is higher. Similarly, in the diameter series, 8 is the very lower diameter bearing, and again 4 is the higher diameter of the bearing. So according to the dimension series, the size of the bearing varies. So we need to refer the manual as per the second and third digit dimension series. In this example, for example, the width series is 0 and the diameter series is 0. If you consider 0, 0, then it has some dimensions. Suppose 0 is the width series, and again you change the diameter series to 2. According to diameter, again the width also varies. If you consider 0 width series and 3 is the diameter series, according to the 3 diameter, again the width of this bearing also varies. Similarly, if you consider the 1 at the width, 0 is the diameter series, 10 it has some dimensions. If you go from 10 to 12, again the width also changes, diameter also changes. That I will explain in the next slide with the example. Last two digits represents the inner diameter of the bearing. For the bearing numbers, last two digits starting from 00, 01, 02, 03, it has definite internal diameter of the bearing. For example, if it is 00 for 6200, last two digits are the bearing ID, means it has 10 mm bearing ID. Suppose it is 01 means 6201, then 01 means it has ID of the bearing is 12 mm, like 02 is 15 mm, 03 is 17 mm. Just you remember these four for the 0010, 01 12, 02 15, 03 17 mm. As per standard it is constant. Above 03 from 4 onwards you need to multiply it by digit 5. For example, 4 means 4 multiplied by 5, it gives the shaft diameter as 20. Similarly, 5 means 5 into 5, 25 is the shaft diameter. For example, 6205, then you need to multiply by 5 means of factor 5, then you will get the 25. 25 is the ID of the bearing. Similarly, for the 99, you need to multiply by 5, then it is the 495 bearing ID. But again think of above 99, then what should be the bearing ID? Just to guess it. It is not, there is no multiplication factor of 5. Then you need to directly mention the bearing ID. Like here, one of the example I am giving here. For example, the bearing number, it is mentioned as 230/500. Here 2 is the bearing type, 3 is the width series, 0 is the diameter series, and this 500 is the inner diameter of the bearing. You can directly mention here. For the higher diameter bearings, no need to multiply by 5, need to mention directly after putting the slash after the first 3 digits. And for some of the smaller bearings having bore diameter less than 10 mm, such as deep groove ball bearing, self-aligning bearing, angular-counted ball bearings, the bore diameter is always given directly in the millimeters, and it is not separated from the series designation by the oblique stroke. For example, it is a 6 to 9, means 9 is the bearing diameter. Yeah, some of the example I am showing here, how the dimension varies when it keeping the width series constant and the diameter series you change. From here I am changing from 0 to 1. For example, consider the 32015. Here the bore diameter is 75 mm, as you are multiplying 15 into 5, 75. Again outside diameter of the bearing is 115 and width is 25. You consider, if you keep this 2 as a constant width series, you are changing from 0 to 1 at the diameter series. Then what happens? Again see here, bore diameter remains constant, but outside diameter, earlier it is 115, now it is 130. But again the width also changes. Earlier width is 25, now the width is 41 mm. But here 2 remains same in the both the cases. So if you change the diameter series, accordingly the width also changes. If you consider the 4 digits here, that 6 is the bearing type, and second digit it is width series omitted here, and third is a diameter series, and last 2 digits are 4 into 5, it is 20 mm bore size. Here also I explained some of the 3 digits, 4 digits and 5 digits bearing designation, and the accordingly the bearing types it differs. For example, you consider the 6 to 9 3 digit number. Then already explained in the earlier slide, 6 is the bearing type, 0 here width series is omitted, 2 is the diameter series, and 9 is the 9 mm is the bearing ID. Similarly, if you consider 6010, here also the second width series is omitted, 1 is the diameter series, 0 is the diameter series, and 10 you need to multiply it by 5 factor, that is it gives 50 mm bearing ID. Similarly, if you consider the NU bearings, NU 1016, NU is the cylindrical bearings where the inner is separable here. Here 1 is the width series, 0 is the diameter series, 16 you need to multiply by 5, means 80 is the ID of the bearing. So if you consider here N220, similarly N is the outer edge is separable here. Again here second digit is width series omitted. Here is the 2 is the diameter series, 20 multiplied by 5, 100 mm is the bearing ID. So this you can refer later for reference. Yeah, thank you.